Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's the agents of Underworlds.
Underworlds, yes, we're not in the Chasm today, we are in the starter set. Agents of starter set sounds a bit lame.
Yeah.
But, so this kind of is sort of beginner's video of how to play Warhammer Underworlds. If we're not going right down to the first principles, if you want to see how to play, we did a whole series on Beastgrave, which we'll put a link up here. You can go to a whole playlist of how to play, and the game hasn't really changed that much, certainly from this starter set evolution. We've got loads of stuff in Chasm. We haven't been able to meet. This is the first time we've been able to meet in about 6 months since Chasm came out. So we're probably not going to do a how to play Chasm, but as soon as season 5 arrives, we'll do a brand new how to play set of videos.
So we've set up already. We're going, like Robin said, we've skipped all the how-to bit at the start because we have done videos on that side of things already, and you can check them out. There's a link in the description below. We have set up the boards. We've placed the objectives, and we will, we're going to crash straight into the game in a moment.
Absolutely. I won the roll-off. Placed 3 objectives. Pete played 2. He's put them right up in my end, really, so to speak.
Ooh,
and we'll see how we go.
Yeah. So we'll see you in a minute in the starter set. Bye. Hello everybody!
Hello everyone!
We're all set up and ready to rock and roll. At the start I did get rid of some of my cards.
Oh, did you? What did you get rid of?
Through
I probably should have done, but I literally have no idea what I'm doing. So
no, same here really. Obviously, as everyone knows, you have to pick 3 objectives and 5 ploys, or 5 power cards at the start. If you don't like something, you can get rid of some of them. You have to decide on whether you're going to get rid of both sets before you redraw those. So I get rid of my objectives. One is the Hunt Pursues, which is scoring an end phase if all my surviving fighters are in your territory, that's a great 2nd or 3rd round card, but not great for round 1. Next one is Scythe Down, which is scoring an end phase if 3 or more enemy fighters are out of action. No. And the last one is Dread Harvest, which is scoring the end phase of 2 or more enemy fighters out of action.
Yeah, I can see why you didn't have a problem there. Mine were a bit borderline. I've kept hold of there's one I think I could probably score, although I've noticed there's a little quirk which I haven't seen before in Underworld. We'll just reiterate there, you can either decide to either throw away all of your objectives or all of your power cards, or all of your cards, but you can't like pick and choose. You can't think, I don't like that objective, I'll throw that one away. It's an all or nothing deal.
Yeah.
For either the objectives or the upgrades. We've set up in a fairly standard formation. Pete's playing these sort of undead wraith types, and they can walk through these blocked hexes. These ones are blocked hexes. I can't walk through those or shoot through them, but Pete can walk through them. I can't shoot through them.
Not that I have any shooting capabilities, but yeah.
Or stab through them then if you've got any range 2 attacks.
Yep.
I'm playing the Stormcast, and we need to roll to see who go first, I think.
We do. So I finished setting all my models up first, so I get an extra crit. So you have got to roll and see if you can get a crit.
And I do. I thought it was going to be total hammers, but
so you've got a crit. I have a crit, so effectively
you just need something.
Anything, a single or double.
Oh, there we are. He's got enough.
That is enough.
That's enough,
to go.
Pete.
So I am going to go first.
Oh,
surprisingly.
Sneaky. So what are you doing, BT Roo?
I'm going to charge. I'm trying to work out with whom.
So a charge action is like a move and an attack, but once you've done so, you can't use that fighter for the rest of the round.
Can't activate them again. No. So I'm going to charge with Viceroy Drepur, my leader. He's just going to go 1-2 to there and attack your big boss man over there. Now I do have a range of 2, which means I can hit you.
Do you have a range of 2,
and
I can hit you.
2 hammers, 2 damage. Oh, a critical. Oh, that's not only a success, that's a critical success.
Okay, so I do need a critical success on my defence roll. I only rolled 1 defence dice at this point in time, and I have not succeeded, so I take how much damage? 2?
2 damage.
2 damage. It's 2 damage down to me. I've got nothing of use there.
And that's it. Onto the power step. After your activation, you have power step where you can play cards. I have nothing I want to play right now.
Okay. I'm going to play Etheric Channeling. Play this only in an opponent's power step. The first range 3+ attack action made by a friendly fighter in the next activation has your pick of +1 dice, cleave, or ensnare.
Very nice.
And I think I will take. So you have dodge dice. Do you roll 2?
I roll 2.
God, Patricia. No, who's that? That's.
Oh, sorry. My leader rolls 2.
Okay.
Roderick the Lance rolls 1.
And who is
here?
Okay, so is this your leader here?
Yes, and Hackfellow's over here. He rolls 1.
Okay.
Rolls 2.
So you're on 2. So I think I'm going to go with. I can't work out what's best. Whether it's best to roll an extra dice or have ensnare.
I think ensnare.
Like I say, I think I'm going to have ensnare. That will mean you.
I need crits.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick ensnare.
Okay. Again, anybody who hasn't watched this can watch our intro videos, but ensnare will basically mean that I cannot use my dodges to defend against him.
Yes, cleave would mean he couldn't use shields, but Pete doesn't have any shield defences. It's obviously for you can play these against other warbands in the Warhammer Underworld set, and they do have shields like I do. If I was shooting myself, I might choose cleave.
It's interesting that card says that you have to play it in an enemy's.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Yeah, because normally it doesn't give that limitation on cards, and that enables you to sometimes just play cards for the sake of it.
Yeah.
So
or accidentally play it in your the wrong activation page, which I have seen happen in Warhammer Underworlds online.
Much more online, I think, because generally in person people are prone to say, that's not going to count because it's my turn next, and then you go, oh yes, sorry.
Absolutely.
All right, I pass. I've got nothing else to play.
Okay, well I'm then not going to pass anything else, so I play anything else. So I'm going to pass 2, and for my first attack action, my first activation, I'm going to shoot at you with my giant bow. I'm probably going to miss. It's 2 hammers with cleave. No, not cleave, ensnare. 1 hammer. So you do need a crit.
I've got 2 dice.
Oh.
1 with 6 chance each time.
Oh.
Crit-tastic.
So I don't inspire, which is the real sad thing for me.
Because you have to make a successful attack. And you can only make that attack once a round.
I can. So now I can't make that. So he can't inspire this go at all. I will play a swift step.
Oh, what's that do?
Choose 1 friendly fighter, push that fighter 1 hex, push that fighter up to 2 hexes if it is a friendly sleek.
Oh.
I'm just going to push him onto there.
Okay. So I have.
That is a him, I think. No, Melissan.
I'll tell with that now.
I'm going to push them.
That's the easiest way. So I now have a reaction, the death beat from the Patrician, which is after an opponent's power step, I can choose 1 friendly fighter and push that fighter 1 hex towards you. Alright, so my second go, I'm going to charge with Roderick the Lance over here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to have a stab at your leader again with an assist from my leader.
You're just mean.
Roderick the Lance rolls 2 hammers again, range of 2. Oh,
your dice have come over from the other game.
I'm going to play a reaction to that though. I'm going to play Methodical Attacks, which is play this after an activation in which a friendly fighter made a failed attack action, and I can make an attack action. So I'll have another go at you. Ooh, 2 successes. Single assist and hammer.
So I need a crit. No.
Your boss man's dead.
Yeah. Do you know what?
What?
I've got a healing potion.
Oh no!
And I completely forgot to play it. So if you do have Healing Tempest in your hands, play it. Watchers do play it. So my leader is dead.
And I score off of that Massed Blade. Score immediately after an attack activation. Score this immediately after an activation in which a friendly fighter makes an attack action with 1 or more supporting fighters. So that scores me 1 glory for that and 1 for the kill. Right. Oh, it's also worth pointing out that Viceroy Drepur was inspired as well at the beginning of that turn because he was within 2 hexes of an enemy.
2 hexes?
It's 2 hexes.
Insane.
They are very easy to inspire.
Yeah. These little tokens don't come in the starter set. These are our own little.
Just to help you tell.
So you can see who's inspired.
If it helps, the fact that you didn't play that healing potion on him, I do have a card that does 1 damage, so the chances are I possibly would have used it anyway.
Okay.
Possibly would have still killed him. So.
Yeah. Okay, that makes me feel slightly better.
Not a lot.
Slightly better. Right. Okay. So anything in your power step?
Yeah, in my power step, I'm going to play. Well, actually, right now in my power step, I'm not going to play anything.
This is literally the first time we've picked up these cards.
It is.
I do recommend, actually, it's just a general rule, if you have a little look through before you play, because sometimes the cards do things that you don't expect them to do. So it's hard to remember it all. I mean, you won't. You'll just get thrown straight in. But your second game, you'll know a bit better. Which is similarly what's going to happen to me now. So for my second activation, I am going to charge onto this objective here and shoot you with my great bow.
I assume you're going to shoot Godric the Lance.
I'm going to shoot this guy here.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's 2 hammers again. Looking for 2 damage. And I do get a hammer.
1 hammer. Godric the Lance only rolls 1 dodge. What can I get? Oh, much crit.
Okay.
It's fine.
Like that, is it?
Fine, says Robin. Fine.
Okay, so I am going to score an objective though. I'm going to score... No, I'm not. I'm not going to score an objective. I've just decided I don't want to score an objective.
I just don't want to do it anymore. I have the choice, I just choose not to. Okay, in your power step, I'm going to put Bitter Strength on Hackfell.
And what does Bitter Strength do?
+1 damage to all his range 1 and 2 attacks. Anything for you?
No.
I'm also going to put the Point of Death on him, which is basically I get a reroll if he makes a charge. I'm then going to use the Patrician's ability to shove somebody 1 hex forwards. And at the beginning of my turn, that other guy inspires. Spooky Inspire. And then on my third go, he's going to charge 1, 2, 3 to there. And I'll have a go at whichever crossbow dude that is. Got 2 hammers, and I get a reroll, which is good. Oh, you've got a reaction, haven't you?
I can't use it because you didn't charge. I have to be within 2 hexes.
Oh, what the bird?
It's the bird. You have to be within 2 hexes of me.
As the bird dog.
As the bird dog.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
sorry. And then a reroll. 1 hammer.
Shield!
Oh, shield. Cassiel. Okay, I'll leave you there then.
Okay.
I might as well shove you back actually off the objective. Just directly away. And then in the power step, I've got nothing I want to do.
I've got nothing in the power step. For my third activation, I'm going to move the dog onto this objective here.
Dork.
And dog can't do anything else.
Just a move on that one. No attacking.
No.
Anything in your power step?
That is it.
Okay, so I will use the Patrician's ability again. Just shunt him forwards from there. At the beginning of my turn, the Patrician inspires because all 3 of my other fighters are on your half. And Godric also inspires now because he's within 2 hexes of somebody, so all of my fighters are inspired.
You're already inspired, the Patrician. Oh, no, the Patrician's the one with the drum,
Yeah.
is he?
For my 4th go, I will just charge with the Patrician. 1, 2. Actually, I'll just move the Patrician to there. Sorry.
Okay.
And that's it. Just a move. And that's me done.
I've scored an objective!
Woo! What's that?
Crucial objective. Score it immediately after an opponent's activation if your warband holds objectives 2 and 4. Okay, it's my final turn, isn't it?
It's the power step.
I've got the power step.
In fact, it was your final turn. You moved the dog onto the.
No,
thing.
I've only had 3.
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to use that. I'm going to put long ranged on Arthas.
Oh, what's that do?
No, it's not Arthas, it's Milisan. It's +1 range to the great bow attack.
So it's range
which is
4
rubbish,
now?
really, because it's basically probably +1 range, maybe 3 times in the game if you're lucky. It's not really that great.
Yeah.
So
unless there's any cards that enable you to make another great bow attack of some kind.
Yeah, that might be useful. So for my final activation, I'm actually going to charge onto this objective over here.
Oh. Take a shot at the Patrician.
Shoot the Patrician. Actually, I've got a range of 4 now. I'm going to shoot. He's only got 1. No, they've all got 2. They've all got 2 bloody dodge now as well.
They've all got 2 dodge, yeah.
So
but that guy, this guy here, he only has 3 wounds, whereas the Patrician has 4.
Okay,
so.
well, it doesn't really make a great deal of odds. It's still 2 shots.
Yeah, true.
Although Sleek could take out the less good guy, so I'm going to go for the less good guy.
Okay, Roderick.
Yeah. So it's still 2 hammers, which is not. Oh, it's another hammer! Here comes your crit.
Oh, but there is a dodge.
Okay.
You don't have ensnare or anything, I presume.
No, so I will just push him back away. And that's me done.
That's me. Well, I will play the Stuff of Nightmares. And so I pick a fighter within 2 hexes of a friendly fighter. It's going to have to be a bird dog. And I roll a dice and on a hammer I deal 1 damage.
Okay. That'd be quite handy if you do that, because then I can use my Okay, well, I'm going to use my Healing Tempest.
Okay, there we go.
And,
So is it one at a minimum?
One's a minimum, so healing back up.
Okay.
And it's probably a waste of that card, but I want to draw some more.
Yeah, basically. Alright, we've all played our power cards. We're on to the end phase, first end phase, and I went first. I haven't scored anything, which is a bit of a blow.
My heart bleeds.
I know. I'm going to keep everything. I'm just going to draw 4 power cards. At this point in the game, you can get rid of any. You score any objectives. You then discard any objectives. You can then play any upgrades. You can't play ploys though. Afterwards, you can then get rid of any power cards that you don't want, and then you just draw up back to 3 objectives and 5 power cards. If you have more than 5 power cards at any point, you don't have to discard any, but you also then can't draw any.
I'm going to score Here We Stand, because I'm still on 2 objectives.
Here we stand, look around, 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 around.
But I don't score anything else. I'm going to throw away the Zone of Banishment. That's the one I picked up. Score this in end phase if there are no enemy fighters in your territory.
You've got no hope of ever scoring that.
Unless I've killed you, but even then it seems unlikely. I'm tempted to keep this one, seeing how terrible some of the objectives are. This one's half scoreable. I'm tempted to keep it. I'm going to hang on to these cards. I'm going to draw 2 new objectives, drawing back up to 3, and 4 new power cards, drawing back up to 5.
So on to round 2, and it's time to roll to see who goes first again. As always, crits are the best. Oh no, a single and 2 doubles.
A single and double. So you have it. Why don't you just kill me?
Ooh, I might just kill you. Okay, so Hackfell has 3 damage now. So I will go after the dog bird with Hackfell.
Dog bird.
Dog bird. He's only rolled 2 hammers. Say only, that's not bad. 1 hammer. I have cleave, but that doesn't help.
Oh, it's a dodge!
Ooh.
Are you pushing me?
I will not push you. I will not. And in the power step, I've got nothing I want to do.
For my first activation, then I'm gonna I'll make another shot with old Arthas here. Aphis.
The Aphis twins
2 hammers
against
against
Hackfell.
Hackfell. A crit.
Oh,
I rolled a crit. It was a close thing.
Close there for a minute. 2 dodge. Oh, there's a crit. Sorry, Robin.
Push you back to there.
Yep. Anything in
So
the power
we are
step?
seeing here a classic example of why dice dependent Inspire conditions are
Terrible.
really bad.
Or potentially awesome. It just
Especially-
depends on how things go.
Yeah, well, yeah, it depends which side you're on.
all of the Stormcast warbands are dice dependent
They are.
inspiration. And well, apart from the Fast Riders. And the problem with dice dependency is the fact that generally the dice have to go your way, which means the game's probably going your way, and then the inspiration is then just a bonus on top. But if it goes the other way,
And in this
all
case,
goes-
where you've only got one shot at it, I'm not impressed by this. But yeah,
No.
we only have one game. We're only halfway through one game, so
Yeah.
maybe I should give it a bit
Reserve
more
judgment,
time.
yeah. Anything in your power step?
No, I won't.
I've got nothing either. This one's my second go, and I'm going to charge with Hackfell. Just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Here they are.
Okay, go 4 to there.
Don't.
And have a go at Aphex. So it's 2 hammers, and I get 1 reroll, 3 damage. And I have cleave. Crit.
So I need a crit.
And
Oh,
reroll, because I
we get-
charged
Okay.
just the crit. So 2 damage.
I thought you said it was 3.
I'll push it to there. Sorry, it's 3 damage, you're right.
Okay.
And I do score Piercing Blow, which is score immediately after an attack, which a friendly fighter's attack action with cleave was successful. I forgot to be pushing people around as well. Should have been doing that. But I've only missed 1, so it's not too much of a problem yet.
So in my power step, I'm going to put Cool Head on Melisson.
Oh, what's that?
Cool Head, you can reroll 1 dice in this fighter's attack rolls.
Okay. I still PSP.
Okay, and then I'm going to do nothing for my second activation. Well, not do nothing. For my second activation, I'm going to shoot at the patrician. No, not is that the patrician? One with the drum. So it's 2 hammers.
Okay.
I can re-roll one this time. I will re-roll the. No, so just a crit.
Okay. No crits.
Okay.
So that inspires him.
Hooray! So
And who's that again, sorry?
Inspired. That was against the patrician here.
Okay.
Push the patrician back that way.
Well, so he takes 2 wounds.
Okay, and in the power step, I didn't score anything, so in the power step I've got nothing to do. Actually, I will. I should have played this last time. I'm going to play the Great Blow block. The Great Bow block. Which, each time a friendly fighter other than Sleek is dealt damage in the next activation, I reduce the damage to 1. I should have done that twice in the game. You would have not killed people. Not even killed one person, but you would have not been able to kill this person. Well, now you can.
Okay. I've got nothing to do at the minute. So onto my third go. I'm going to charge with the oh, sorry. At the end of your activation, I'm going to react and push this person 1 more forwards.
Okay.
And then in my third go, I'm just going to charge 1, 2, 3, 4 down to there with the patrician, and have a go at them. 3 swords. 1 sword.
Shield!
Ping! Okay. I will then play in the power step Deathly Vigour, which is +1 wound on patrician. So he's now got 3 wounds. Over to you.
I've got nothing in the power step.
Onto your third go.
Yeah. So I'm going to make an attack action with Aphis.
Okay.
3 swords.
Against
The patrician.
Okay.
Only be 1 damage.
Yep.
Put it off. Oh, a crit the sword. Crit the sword.
Okay, so I need a crit and a dodge or 2 crits. Oh,
it's just 1 damage.
Just the 1.
I will push him back. I do have knockback, so I will just knock him, because knockback means I can push back an extra 2. I will knock them back to there.
Okay.
Take your charge token with you. Get out.
And anything in the power step?
No.
Okay, I will use the Patrician's Inspiration then afterwards to push him. Actually, wow. After he's inspired, my reaction is after an opponent's power step, choose up to 2 friendly fighters and push each chosen fighter 1 hex towards the closest enemy. But I won't, because it's got to be closest. So it doesn't really help me too much. I might as well push him 1 up to there. 2, that's mad. And then onto my 4th and final go, I'm going to charge with Draper. Nope, I'm going to charge with Grodrig. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And attack your blokey. And Grodrig just rolls 2 hammers. He has his snare, that doesn't help. Crit and a hammer. 2 damage.
Oh, I inspired the wrong one there. This is the one that's inspired. Inspired.
And I score Unstoppable Death, which is score immediately after activation in which a friendly fighter makes a charge in which they took an enemy fighter out of action. That's 2 glory. 1 for the kill and 1 for the objective. Pick another objective. In the power step, I pass. I've got nothing to do.
Okay, I've got nothing to do either. And so my 4th go, I'm going to attack the patrician.
Yep.
Now I might actually kill him.
You may.
I've got 2 hammers. Got a knockback, which is not much use. But I can re-roll the dice. Oh, and I get +1 dice to this fast attack actions if I'm holding an objective, which I am.
There you go.
So it's 3 dice, and I can re-roll 1.
These people have charge tokens over here.
1 hammer, 1 re-roll,
1
single
crit.
assist, and get another hammer. So double crit needed, I think.
Double crit. Oh. So how much damage is that?
2.
He's dead, and I will play Deathly Vengeance. Place during an enemy fighter's attack. After the deal damage step, if the attack takes me out, the friendly fighter can make an attack action.
Crazy!
It's disgusting. So he's got a 3 sword, 2 damage attack. 1 sword. It's only one sword. You should be able to stop that one.
Oh, I don't know. No.
No.
So how much damage is that?
That's 2 damage.
I did kill you at least.
You did.
Is this the last activation of the round?
It is indeed your
Okay.
last activation.
Okay, I'm going to put. I don't know if there's any point, but I'm going to put Reconquer on Sleek, which is +1 move, and then I can, after this fight, move actually push this fighter 1 hex onto an objective tag, which is quite a nice upgrade.
So onto the end phase then, and I went first. I have scored Death's Triumph. Scoring an end phase if your warband holds 2 or more objectives in enemy territory. It's 2 glory. I'm going to put Murder Pact onto Grodrig, which is something that gives you plus damage if you're assisting.
Okay.
I'm going to keep the rest of my cards. I'm going to draw 1 objective and 4 power cards.
I am just going to score Rawk against the Dark. Score this in end phase if each surviving friendly fighter has 1 or more upgrades. I managed to just squeeze enough glory to buy 1 objective, 1 upgrade to score that. I'm going to hang on to that glory in case I pick up something good. I'm going to throw away both my objectives, which were the Reconsecrate one, which I didn't understand how it worked, but you could sort of objective tiles, and Loyal Companion, which would enable me to move Sleek up to 2 hexes if I can get next to the person. That doesn't seem very likely at the moment. I'm also going to throw away, I should have done this first, but I'm also going to throw away a Bold Claim, because that involves holding 3 objectives. And I'm going to get rid of Lightning Strike. I have to take out your leader. Can't really see me doing that. So I'm going to draw 3 new objectives and 5 new power cards.
So it's 3rd round time. It's time to roll. It's still relatively close.
Quite close. I don't think I'm going to. Oh, 2 crits.
I don't think I'm going to 2 crits.
I don't think I'm going to pull it back. I think I need to move this box. I think I need to move this box. So
Oh no, you get to go first.
yeah, you know what? I've only got 2 fighters. It's not that helpful.
Yeah.
Having said that, I am going to shoot at your whatever that person's called there.
That one is Hackfell.
I'm going to shoot a Hackfell with my medicine.
With your venison.
With my medicine. So I get +1 dice. It's 3 dice.
Oh dear.
I can re-roll 1. Oh!
Okay, so that's 2 crits and a hammer.
Oh,
I predicted it. Because it wasn't a hammer to start with. I influenced the dice. Okay, so that's 2 damage.
2 damage.
And you
I
can push
will.
it.
Yeah, I've actually got knockback, but I don't think I can do anything with it because due to the position of. And I haven't got knockback. But apart from that,
Okay, shove them back to there.
so knocking back to there. Yeah.
Okay, anything in your power step?
Yep, I'm going to play Stalwart Defence. To play this only in my power step, +1 defence to each friendly fighter holding an objective in the next activation. Okay, I better put Stoic Fortitude on Sleek then.
Oh dear.
Taking you up to 4.
4 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play Death Grasp on Drepur, which is a weapon upgrade. Does 3 hammers and 2 damage, and if it succeeds, I give you a move token. Back to you.
No, nothing for me. I mustn't forget I get +1 defence in your next attack.
So on to my first go, and I'm going to charge with Drepur. 1, 2 to that. That's 3 hammers. Ooh, hammer crit.
Your dice roll is much better in this game.
There, yeah.
Oh, nothing. Sweet. Nothing.
So 2 damage, and you get a move token as well.
Ah, brilliant. That's just what I wanted. Okay.
And nothing in my power step.
Okie doke. Okay, I've got nothing in the power step either. I'm going to charge.
Your second go.
Second go. To there.
And having a slap at Grodrig.
Have a slap at Grodrig. So it's 3 dice. I'm on an objective.
Yep.
2 hammers, 2 damage, and I can re-roll 1 dice.
1 hammer.
1 crit, that is.
1 crit, sorry.
Re-roll 1. It's actually nearly 2 crits. He's rolled really well. Oh, lots of assists. Just 1 crit. Oh.
There's the dead Grodrig.
Ah. Glory.
Which makes my life easier when I'm working out who's who.
Still don't score any objectives.
Nothing in your power step?
No.
So my second go, I'm going to have a go at the bird dog with Hackfell. There's 2 hammers, it's 3 damage, but that doesn't really matter. 2's enough to kill. Hammer crit!
Yep, he's dead.
Glory. Nothing in my power step though.
Doke. This might come as a surprise to you. I don't have anything in my power step either.
Alright.
Third go, I'm going to. I don't really got no idea what I've got left in my hand. I don't think there's very much I could do here. I'm going to get rid of point blank. I'll score that. Draw a new objective for my third go. Pick one I can score.
Anything in your power step?
No.
Okay. My third go, I'm just going to have a go at your guy then with Hackfell. 2 hammers, 3 damage, got cleave, crit and hammer. That's about the 4th or 5th crit success.
Okay, so that's 2 damage, 3 damage.
3 damage, yeah.
I assume you're not going to push me back.
I am not going to push you back, you are correct. In fact, actually, yes, I will. I'll push you back to there. And I power step pass.
Okay, I don't think there's any point in doing this at all. Really. No. I might as well get rid of balance strategy.
Okay.
Draw a new objective.
And nothing in your power step?
No.
Okay, my 4th and final go, and I will obviously charge you.
Yeah.
Onto there. There's 2 hammers again, 3 damage, and I get 1 reroll because the point of death. Ooh. Reroll 1. 1 hammer. I do have cleave.
I hate you.
So he is dead, and I get a glory for that. And nothing in my power step. Oh, actually, I've got Unending Pursuit, which is push a fighter 1 hex, and I'll just shove him onto there. But that's it. Anything for you in my power step? End phase?
I've scored Shining Heroes. No, I would have scored that if you hadn't killed him. I've scored Righteous Banishment because 2 or more enemy fighters are out of action. So it's just 1 glory.
Just the 1 for that. I've got. I've scored 5.
Wow.
Because I've got Inevitable Advance, which is everybody has a move or charge token. Death in Blooms, which is I hold 1 or more objectives on your territory, and Death Bounty, which was 4 or more enemy fighters are out of action for 3.
Wow.
So 5. So that's 14 plays 6. There seems to be a massive disparity between these 2 warbands.
It's hard to tell on the back of one game, but I have heard that's the case in Underworlds Online as well.
Which is identical copy.
They are available.
Yeah. I guess the only difference with Underworlds Online is you do have other cards that you can swap in to maybe
I'd be
help.
interested to try it with the Essentials pack, but I know I've won a lot of games in a row in Chasm, but I just I didn't enjoy that experience at all because I didn't feel like it was a good game. I didn't feel like I could do anything. I think their Inspire mechanic is atrocious.
We did make a mistake with
I made a couple of mistakes, and I missed because I should have played. I had a card which could have reduced the damage when you killed him, and I should have played it.
Yeah.
And I had healing potions. I did make a couple of mistakes, which, to be fair, could have made a difference because if Celestus had been alive. But then I think the main reason why I don't like this warband is their Inspire condition.
Yeah.
Because you basically have 3 shots per turn to inspire each of your fighters.
Yep.
And if you
one
don't,
shot each per turn.
Yeah, if you don't make it, that's it. That's so they can't inspire.
I feel like their giant crossbowy attack should have been, if you make that attack, give them a charge token, because there are ways to then remove, when you expand the card collections out, there are ways to remove charge tokens.
I think that would have been worse, actually.
You reckon?
Yeah, because you then can't do anything else.
True, but then I mean, once you've fired with them, do you do much?
I'm
with them
not
anyway?
sure the game would have been much worse. I don't know. I don't think they'd have been much more overpowered if it was just do a successful attack action.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, their bows aren't that good.
No.
Even if you could sit back and shoot them 3 or 4 times in a round, it wouldn't be that. Overpowered.
Yeah, I mean that. I guess there might be some builds then in the full game, which make them a bit over the top. Compare them with Fast Riders.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, Fast Riders,
But
but
then-
then Fast Riders all go up to 4 double shield when they inspire.
Yeah, and these guys only Celestus does, I think.
One shield is pretty paper thin.
especially as you've got fighters with the cleave and things.
One has cleave when he inspires, and then I've got a ploy card that gives me cleave.
And
I
it's
think there might be an
ridiculously
attack
easy to
that has
inspire
cleave.
your fighters. I just
They
feel
are.
like the inspire mechanic is built in to make these guys not fun. And maybe that, I mean, I've only played that one game, so it's a little bit, but I just feel like, oh, I missed. Well, that guy's not inspired now.
Yeah, that's
So,
it.
like-
There's no more choice.
I ballsed up on the defensive cards I had by just forgetting to play them because of new game. But first turn, I inspired Draken, or I shoot Draken. Doesn't inspire. He's only got one shield, and you're so mobile. Just surround him, and he's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have, but I only would have delayed the inevitable. I think.
Possibly. Yeah. I mean, they 3 of them got range 2, and a 2 damage and 2 hammers. That in itself is pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, your attacks are at least as good as mine.
Yeah.
Arguably better because you've got range. You don't have to move.
And I can do them as many times as I want. Whereas your crossbow attack,
Yeah.
like one
I
and
mean,
done.
so if you take out if they don't inspire, you've got a 2 hammer 1 damage attack, a 3 sword 1 damage attack, and a 2 hammer 2 damage attack. And the dog.
I mean, I mean, that could be harder, but I've got one card here I didn't even realise, because obviously, new game, we hadn't even looked through our objectives. But I've got one card which is make a charge when I move through a blocked or occupied hex. And it's so easy to score. In fact, it can go through an occupied hex. That is actually incredibly easy to score. You just charge through the person you're about to hit before you hit them. There are a lot of really easy cards in here. They have a lot of easy cards that I didn't even get to, and I scored about 14 glory.
Yeah, I mean this. I don't know. I scored this in phase if your warband holds 3 or more objectives.
I mean, you benefit a bit more from standing on objectives, and I think the other cards you've got in there make you want to move around onto objectives. But at the same time, you've only got 4 fighters, and the minute you lose one, that kind of card's going to be really tough. And how many glory do you get?
3. It's worth 3.
Oh, it's a supremacy card, basically, isn't it?
Yeah,
just realised.
or you can have it if you have 4 or more enemy fighters out of action. But I mean, it depends what warband you're fighting. That's possible. But I mean, that's a tough ask.
That is a tough
They're not very mobile. And actually, you made it really easy by putting the objectives where you put them. I should have cottoned on to the fact that it was 2 or 4, not 2 and 4.
Yeah.
But there's another one here. If you hold 2 or more of the following objectives. Oh God, I can't fucking read. Ugh.
What was the other one?
It's 2 or more of 1, 3, and 5, but I just read it as 1, 3, and 5.
So you thought you had to hold 1, 3, and 5.
Yeah.
See, that is one of the problems. Is that the cards again? They've released this side game, and that they've changed the wording on the cards. So anybody who isn't new to this game picks them up and maybe glances over them. Yeah, okay, you shouldn't glance over them. You should take your time. But it's very easy to glance at a card and your brains go, right, know what that card is, moving on.
Yeah. So maybe I'm just trying to remember now whether I could have scored that in the second turn. I'm not sure I could, because I might have been able to move the dog onto 3. But it's after an opponent's activation, so the chances are the dog would have been dead by the time.
That is trickier. I don't think I have very many objectives which are after an opponent's turn, because they're either move something on a charge, have tokens at the end of the game, at the end of the round, kill things or whatever. I mean, yours seem much more restrictive, but
So I don't think I played very well. I think I probably should have spent some time looking at the cards a bit better, and maybe I'd done a little bit better, because in the middle of the game it was quite close.
yeah, I think near the end of the game, once I killed you, I mean, that 3 glory I got from killing you was definitely game over by then. But yeah,
But I don't know. I don't think this is a fair reflection. Although I didn't enjoy it, I was probably the architect of my own downfall a little bit. I still think you'd have won, but it's a curious one again for the starter set. Though I don't think it's as simple as it could be, if you know what I mean. I think in some ways the original starter sets with whole objective 1s to 5 is a much simpler.
Yeah, much easier way of playing it. Although I guess the idea is you have the Essentials pack. They have the hold objectives 1 to 5 and stuff. So you play this with the Essentials pack, and then that gives you that greater range. Although that does then give you the chance to have 2 great strengths, great fortitudes.
It would have made more sense to put those in here and put other cards in the Essentials pack.
Yeah, I agree. I
think.
Well, I guess the argument is the Essentials pack is essential for all players, whether you're new and you have this starter game, or you're a current veteran in the tournament and you've got everything going. It's essential.
Yeah, but then you don't need objective 1 to 5 unless
you
you bought Chasm.
No, you don't.
And even
you
you don't, because nobody ever played them.
But you need it for the great strength and stuff like that. That's what I mean. Those other cards that become essential in that pack.
Oh yeah, but I think we're talking slightly across purposes. I really just mean I think it would have been easier. It would have been if these had whole objective cards in it, not so much the great strength or whatever.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
you could put more complicated whole objective cards in the Essentials pack if you wanted. This would be. It's not very straightforward. I mean, okay, yeah. I think in some ways, if you haven't played the game before, it's probably easier because I've made assumptions based on how the game works and how old text and not read it properly.
Yeah.
But holding 2 of 1, 3, and 5 is not very intuitive. I don't feel.
I would agree. I don't think that's particularly intuitive to read. But maybe there's a problem there with us just skimming a card and thinking, oh, I know what that one is, and just moving on, whereas actually it's not. But yeah, there we go. And overall, if you get rid of the 2 warband discrepancy in perceived power levels here, I think Drepurs Wraithcreepers are much tougher, just much better.
They seem to be. I feel like now I'm in the wash up that I've made some bad mistakes. I wouldn't actually mind playing another game to see whether it could be a little bit closer when I actually play properly. But we'll see. Maybe we'll play again with the Essentials pack. Yeah,
maybe we'll have to do. Let us know in the comments below if you'd like to see us replay this with the Essentials pack and see how it goes. I think overall, anybody who's done a starters pack game online, I think Drepurs have won it though. Pretty much everywhere. Okay. I think they are the better warband. I mean, the 2 dodge, sometimes without even being inspired, the extra moves from the patrician rather.
I mean, it's you can't get guard very easily, so it's quite easy to move people off objectives. Yeah. And not only that, if you know in advance that my objectives are hold objectives, then you can knock somebody off an objective and then just float onto it.
Yeah.
It's tough, and like I say, it's tough as well because it's at the end of your duration. So there's no good me being on it, no good me being moving on it. You've still got a chance to.
How many surge cards do you have?
How many surge
cards?
5.
I've got 5 as well. So
5.
I thought that
5
was
surge cards.
I thought maybe I had more surge cards than you, but I think maybe they just didn't come out for you or something like that as well, or maybe your surges are just much harder to score than mine.
5 point blank. Score this immediately after an activation in which a friendly fighter makes a successful range 3 attack action when targeted an adjacent enemy fighter. That's sort of a one-shot thing.
Yeah,
so it's a bit because you can only fire it once, so it's not. I mean, okay, you've got other
fights but yeah.
Balanced strategy: hold 2 and 4. Crucial objective 2 or 4. They're the 2 I got confused.
Yeah.
Advancing storm. Score this immediately after an activation in which a friendly fighter makes a range 1 attack action that takes an enemy fighter in enemy territory out of action. So I actually couldn't have scored that.
That's going to be against this warband. It's going to be very tough.
Yeah. Bold claim is 2 or more of 1 to 3 and 5.
Tricky. That is tricky. Mine are much easier, I believe.
Yeah.
My surges are make a charge in which I move for a blocked or occupied hex. Doesn't even have to be a successful attack, just a charge. Score immediately after attack, which takes an enemy leader out of action. So that's a bit tougher. Unstoppable Death, scores immediately after activation, which friendly fighters makes charge when they took someone out. So that's a little tougher against you, but not that hard to do because you can be wounded first, so I can whittle you down. And I've got one which is make a friendly fighter's attack with cleave that's successful. Well, if I've got cleaves, I've got much more of a chance of being successful. And then the last one is make a attack with 1 or more supporting friendly fighters. That doesn't have to be a successful attack, just make an attack.
And that's easy with your
the push tech, the push tech really helps with that. And then I've got loads of others which are hold 1 objective in your half, hold 2 objectives in your half, and the push tech again really helps with
that's the other thing. I was lucky in this game because you put all the objectives him right near me. If you had put one in the back corner,
you
put one over there, then that's that. There's no way I'll ever score that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not. I didn't play very well. I didn't read the cards very well, but overall, I don't rate Celestus at all, and I can see why. In our poll, they came down as least popular warband, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they were the absolute least popular. So
because I think they're worse than the other.
At least people like Severin, you've just got to roll a shield or a crit to inspire. He's got a 50-50 chance of inspiring every time you slap him, and you're going to be wanting to slap him, so you're going to get multiple chances to do it.
Severin and Garrett in particular are beasts as they are inspired, whereas these guys aren't that much better because they don't get very many wounds.
Yeah, fast riders, they just have to move forwards to inspire. I mean, the Condemners are a bit rubbish in that they need to roll a crit, but that's in either attack or defense, so there's a bit more going for them there. And then we're not going to talk about Averin because that's just disgusting.
I think bottom line is, although I didn't play very well, it feels a bit negative that you do the thing, fail the thing, can't do the thing that turn, and you're just like, oh.
I'm trying to think of any other warbands that you get one stab at your inspiration for each fighter in a round, and I can't think of any.
No,
everybody else at least has an option where you have a chance of inspiring your whole warband at once, or you'll be able to do something with somebody else and then inspire them. I guess the only time you can't is if you have something like Thundrix, Profiteers, or Morgwest, where you have to have your leader alive to be able to inspire other people. Then you've got a bit more of a problem. But other than that,
you can play around that a little bit.
Yeah.
It's harder with Morgwest, but you can play that around by protecting the leader. Here, it's literally I've got 2 dice.
Yeah. And quite often I've got 2 dice as well.
Exactly. So you've got to hit. If you don't hit, then that's it for that fighter.
I don't know what the odds on are of 2 hams versus a dodge. But it's got to be less than a 50-50 roll of succeeding still.
I'm not sure.
So
it's not even roll successes. If it was roll successes, it would be better. I should better check that. No, I'm sure it's not right.
No, it's a successful attack.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't rate them, but. There we go. That's our intro game with the intro box.
Yeah, I don't feel like we've been a very good intro. Don't buy this. Well, I have to say, we said in our initial breakdown of it that the Chasm box is a better intro to the game, and having now played this, I definitely think it is.
I stand by that
because you still get your lethal hexes and your magic dice, so you're still going to need to buy Chasm
and primacy.
And although I think the Drepurs Creepers could be quite strong, I think there are other warbands out there that are better Harrows, or if not better, then at least do much the same thing.
I think the good thing about Drepurs is they have less abilities, so you're less likely to forget when you're doing stuff with them.
True.
Whereas Lady Harrows, they've all got their own different thing.
True. Can you buy? Excuse me.
You can't buy either of these warbands.
You can even
solo at the minute,
and you can't buy Lady Harrow.
The box. You can't buy Lady. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can buy Lady Harrows because you can buy the Champions of Dreadfame.
I'm not sure. I don't know if it's still available.
Oh, maybe not now. But then that's the same with other Season 2 warbands. Yeah. At least with this, you can buy this, and it's less than the cost of 2 individual warbands.
No, that's true.
And you get 2 boards out of it.
You get 2 boards.
That's the only plus.
And maybe there is a killer Celestus deck out there with other cards added in.
Maybe. Do let us know in the comments if you've got a deck with Celestus that you reckon is pretty hot stuff. Maybe we'll check it out.
Absolutely, and do let us know if you want to see us play this game with the Essentials pack thrown in, because if everybody says no, don't play that under any circumstances, then we probably won't.
Yeah.
We'll concentrate on other things.
Yes. So we shall see you soon in the Chasm.
Bye!